Fitness, like all the other things in life, ought to be taken on with some restraint. Bodybuilding is the pinnacle of physical fitness, the cusp of taking the time to sculpt your corporeal being into the leanest human machine possible. Some people, however, take it way too far, and here are 10 bodybuilders that took their all-consuming excessively far. Before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button, also subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Let's begin. Number 10. Seth Ferris. Maintaining an incredible level of fitness, IFBB pro bodybuilder Seth Ferris has remained a popular figure in the sport for the past several years. In a recent YouTube video, Seth addresses the rising number of demises in bodybuilding and warns upcoming pros of the dangers stemming from steroids.
Is to be as healthy as possible. I had a health scare last year, tore my tricep, got blood work done, and it was really bad.
Seth Ferris was a prominent name competing as a bodybuilding professional during the 2000s. While he's been out of competition for nearly a decade, Ferris has continued working out in the gym to maintain a healthy physique. Instead of utilizing traditional bodybuilding exercises, Seth switched to high-intensity functional training to facilitate a healthier life and challenge himself. While he has no firm plans of returning in mind, Seth has been priming his body to stay healthy and revealed recently that he cut out gear. Despite living a healthier lifestyle nowadays, Ferris maintains that his problems of the past will eventually come back to haunt him. In addition to warning upcoming bodybuilding athletes, he also mentioned that his days are numbered too. Number 9. Andreas Munzer. Many people take steroids to look bigger and earn the respect of other bodybuilders. However, they are not the only supplement on the market that gives a sense of belonging to achieve muscle definition. It's common for bodybuilders take diuretics, which rids the taker's body of water and dehydrates it completely. The effect of this supplement is that it shrinks the skin and the tissues on the surface of the body. It turns men to giants and displays their anatomy. Andreas Munzer subscribed to this technique but went a step further by reducing his body fat to nothing. This resulted in a never-seen-before muscle definition, despite the fact that his weight assisted him with winning numerous contests. It helped his destruction because of the steady admission of hazardous synthetic compounds and an undesirable eating routine. His organs started to fizzle. He was subsequently confessed to the emergency clinic after he reported severe stomach pain. What followed next was multiple organ failure and the eventual demise. What was more heartbreaking was his swollen heart, which was twice the normal size. Number 8. John De La Rosa. IFBB pro bodybuilder John De La Rosa is recognized for his activity level and dedication to conditioning. In a recent YouTube video, John revealed that he sustained a bicep micro-tear and mentioned he will be unable to compete for the next few months. John emerged as an elite competitor after winning the 2015 Wings of Strength Chicago Pro Mr. Olympia, landing in 16th place. In 2016, John was unable to reach the podium but remained one of the more active IFBB pros. De La Rosa's comeback season came the following year, where he earned 4th place at the New York Pro. Entering the 2019 Puerto Rico Pro, John's conditioning blew away the judges and he won the show. John took a step away from competing after 2020, where he managed to place 3rd at the New York Pro. Nevertheless, he has remained busy inside the gym and hasn't slowed down when it comes to training sessions. However, before the bicep micro-tear, an imminent return was on his mind. Given his experience competing at the highest level, John realizes that his body has taken some damage along the way. It was also hard for him to believe that of all things. Number 7. Greg Valentino. Greg Valentino was renowned for holding the record of the greatest arms of the most despised men in the lifting weights local area, in contrast to most expert bikers. He didn't endeavor to mass his entire body. Rather, he zeroed in on his arms. Despite the fact that he figured out how to get greater while practicing, normally he wasn't fulfilled. He wanted more out of sport. He began taking steroids and testosterone that made his arms grow to a massive 27 inches. He was excited at how speedily his arms increased in size. This was the motivation to continue. Greg Valentino was carried away with injecting steroids and he forgot to change his needles. He kept reusing needles without sterilizing. This negligence, along with getting hit with a baseball bat, caused an abscess in his arms. Rather than seek professional medical care, he chose to handle this wound himself. At the point when he made no progress with treating himself, he went to the medical clinic, where the specialist slices the arms open to clear out the boil.
See the difference? Look, that arm's round. That arm's not.
In any case, fortunately, This caused a huge scar on his bicep. Number 6. Lee Priest. Bodybuilding legend Lee Priest recently shared an impressive physique update. Priest is hailed as one of the great bodybuilder in the late 1980s to 2000s era, is going through a physique transformation with diet and training under coach Dave Palumbo's tutelage. The 49-year-old bodybuilder could not maintain a sculpted physique as he had to go into surgery for nerve damage in late 2017 that made him stop his bodybuilding training almost completely. In addition, Lee has also attributed the lack of shape to inconsistency in diet and training post-retirement. Lee Priest showed off his iconic arms that are more than impressive for someone that is nearing 50. However, looking at the improvements in his physique, it seems that the 49-year-old will be a great value addition to the competition when it actually happens. The Australian bodybuilder retired from competitive bodybuilding while riding a 3 events winning streak. Number 5. Dean Warmy. Dean Warmy was an English bodybuilder who spent most of his life taking steroids. He had an impressive physique with over 240 pounds of muscle. It didn't take long for the repercussions of his decisions to start to show forth. It came in the form of liver cancer. He was diagnosed with liver tumors in 2010, and by 2015, when he ends, he had gone from a muscle monster to a bed-bound warrior. After his demise, an inquiry revealed that the major culprit was the steroids and all the other drugs he took to stay huge. His partner Charlotte told the press that she suspected that he used steroids because his muscles were unbelievably big, but claimed he stopped taking drugs after they were married. At the point when he became sick, he quit taking steroids and depended on regular techniques to re-establish his well-being before he wrapped up. He took almost 200 regular cure containers day to day. These normal cures might have worked, assuming that he quit early, whenever the liver wasn't harmed. Number 4. Hulk Brothers. One man with 28-inch biceps is the Brazilian Tony Geraldo. As you can see from the video, however, his arms are far from natural. Like his brother Alvaro Conan Pereira, Tony Hulk Geraldo used site enhancement oil to artificially increase the size, not the muscularity, of his biceps and triceps. The Hulk brothers fell off an elliptical machine at Gold's Gym in Colony, New York. Their immediate action to this was going on a rampage and destroying the gym and office equipment. They even went to the extent of attacking other customers. When police arrived at the gym, when an officer started to cuff one of them, he was tested twice more thanks to 6 other police who intervened. He was held and cuffed. When he was taken to the hospital, it was later discovered that he had PCP and steroids in his system, having experienced unpleasant side effects themselves. Tony and Alvaro are ominous weightlifters against the use of such substances, which are designed for use on cattle. In agreement with various doctors, they admit that the deformed appearance looks unappealing and has major consequences for one's health. Number 3. Romario dos Santos Alves. A bodybuilder who modeled himself on the Incredible Hulk risked his life by injecting oil and alcohol into his arms and almost had both amputated. Romario dos Santos Alves used the potentially lethal cocktail to pump up his biceps to 25-inch, and he now faces a catalog of serious health issues. This is because he didn't dedicate his time lifting heavy weights and taking protein shakes. Rather, he injects his muscles with sinful special oil that artificially enlarges the muscles. As you can see, his addiction to large muscles caused him to lose his health. Alves's addiction caused him pain as the toxins from the oils were putting his kidney at risk. Despite all the disadvantages, he went ahead to inject himself until regular needles couldn't penetrate his muscles. Instead of quitting, he purchased veterinary needles like the type used for bulls and continued. Eventually his muscles became too hard and the pain was unbearable. The doctors warned that the only option left was amputation of his arms. Luckily for him, he didn't reach the point of no return before he had a change of mind about his addiction. Fortunately, doctors were able to just remove some of the rocks that had formed in his arms. Number 2. Farazdak Al-Samawi. We've told about synthol and how injecting it into your muscles makes you look like a complete and utter moron like this Iraqian guy called Farazdak Al-Samawi. But to be honest, we thought he was the pinnacle of stupidity and never thought we would see anything like this bodybuilder from Baghdad who injects both synthol and steroids into his muscles to make them pretty much the biggest things anyone has ever seen. His arms are almost double the size of 59-inch. Farazdak Al-Samawi from Baghdad, Iraq, is one of the biggest synthol freaks in the world. Farazdak Al-Samawi is a muscle monster from Iran. He was originally a professional bodybuilder and started to use Sith when the competition encountered a bottleneck. Dragon, and unable to extricate himself to this day. I can't actually find any other information out about this dude, but needless to say he's completely gross and unhealthy, and it's not cool at all. Let's hope he gets it together before he ends up just so he has stupidly big arms. Can't really see it happening if it's come this far already though. Apparently one of his friends already ended from and that hasn't stopped him, so it doesn't seem like anything will. Number 1. Greg Kovacs. Bodybuilders are not meant to be super lean and jacked when they reached upwards of 350 pounds. But there appears that there was indeed a bodybuilder who blasted past that benchmark, weighing in at 420 pounds in the off-season. That man was the late Greg Kovacs, who was a literal beast of a man. Greg Kovacs hails from Niagara Falls in Canada. He's a professional bodybuilder of remarkable dimensions. He was well over 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed around 330 pounds for competitions and 400 pounds off-season. His arms measured 25 inches. While his chest was 70 inches and his legs a massive 35 inches. He reportedly developed over 27-inch arms in the prime of his career in June 1997. He appeared on the cover of Flex magazine. Like most people on this list, he was big on hormones, steroids, and a few other things that helped him gain weight. He dominated his competitors and made them look like children. This made his victories in competitions a walk in the park like Trevor Smith. He was answerable to his health, and higher doses of drugs and extra weight did his health no good. He ended from a heart attack in 2013 at age 44. Thank you for watching my video. Until the last second, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to watch many more interesting videos.